What's going on, people? It is Irish Gunner HD here, you can call me Irish, and today I want to talk about the recent spate of hackings, or if you want to call them that. I think calling them hacks is like too flattering to the people that are doing this kind of bullshit. Basically, I want to talk about what's happened to Boogie2988, Linus Tech Tips, and a couple of other people. I think Leafy is here, is also included in that group. Basically, what's happened recently, if you don't know, is that people are basically getting in contact with this cell phone or mobile phone providers, like data providers, like say for here in Ireland, it's like Meteor or Air or 3, or in UK or US, it might be like T-Mobile or Bell or whatever like that in Canada. And basically, they're using a way of actually going to your cell phone provider, mobile phone provider, and getting a new SIM cards given to them. And basically then your SIM card that you have in your phone right now becomes essentially useless. It becomes the old SIM card. And this person, this scumbag who's doing this, is basically in charge now of your SIM card. And as you might know, your SIM card nowadays carries a lot of your personal data on it. It carries your phone number, it carries your address book, your contacts and stuff like that. For the most part, obviously depending on if you set it up yourself in different ways. But it's led to a bunch of kind of security issues in that, like, in the beginning, right, if we were to go back in the beginning of the internet and like kind of internet cybersecurity kind of thing, it was your email account. You sign up for a website, you use your email account. That should be your protection. But it can be fairly easy through kind of social engineering to like kind of figure out people's email addresses or even their passwords in extreme cases. Because obviously your password could a lot of people, I feel like I remember seeing it in the news that a lot of like a large percentage of the United States' passwords were literally password. It was something like 40% of all of the United States passwords that were surveyed in this kind of thing were literally just password, or they were like 1234 or 2580 like on a keypad kind of thing, like just ridiculous things. But yeah, so that was the initial thing that, like, okay, so just using your email isn't safe anymore. So then they brought in two-step verification, which seems in theory to be fantastic. Like almost every account that people use nowadays, whether it's Gmail or Twitter or YouTube or Facebook or whatever, they all seem to offer two-step activation. I have it on everything. I've got it on my personal Facebook page, I have it on my YouTube account, I have it on my Twitter, on my Tumblr, pretty much more or less everything. What it basically is, if you don't know, and if you for some reason aren't using it yet, is that you basically give your phone number to these websites, and then if somebody tries to access your account and they try to enter your passcode and stuff like that, your password, sorry, then it will send your physical phone, your mobile phone, a text message which will say, okay, you have a new basically, how would you say it? Like you have a new kind of access, like somebody's tried to access your account from this location. Here is your code. If they don't get your code, they don't get in, because it's a randomly generated code. It's like a 6-digit, 4-digit, 5-digit code, whatever it may be, that they send you out personally. Steam, I believe, as well. Steam and Origin also do it, now that I think of it. And basically, the only way to get into your account is to then check your phone, go, okay, this is the code that I was given, enter it in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm in. This is me, it's come to my phone, I'm definitely the one signed into this account. If it happens to be someone, a random hacker, unless they can somehow get your telephone, they can't get in. And then we circle back. Because this is what's happening. They have now learned a way, cleverly enough, I hate to give them credit, but for these arseholes that are doing this, cleverly enough, they've discovered a way of either calling up or showing up into physical locations and claiming to be the people that own these services. Basically, let's just say, for example, you as me. They show up in the store, they say, hey, my name's Irish Gunner HD, I run this YouTube channel, I lost my phone, I lost my SIM card, I got a new phone, can I get a new SIM card, blah, 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 this is my email kind of thing, and they can do it. Basically, it's kind of a basic version of kind of social engineering, or they just flat out call up the thing or call up the service and basically just say, hey, this is me, this is Irish Gunner HD, and I'm looking for a new SIM card. Can you send one out to me, please? I've moved. Here's my new address. They give their own address, or they give a post office address or something like that. Basically, long story short, they get a new SIM card, which, as I said in the beginning, deactivates your SIM card. So now All they have to do is know your email address, sorry, and basically then whatever way they do it, I don't know the ins and outs of it, obviously, because I'm not a hacker. I don't do this kind of stuff, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. But it's a long story short, along the lines of something like this: they do that, they get the message, then they get the verification code sent to their phone, and they're in. They basically get access to, at the very least, the account that the thing is that the code is for. Why am I telling you this? As I said at the beginning, it's a big issue right now. It's happening even if you're not a big YouTuber, even if you're not somebody that's watching this video. Like, I know a couple of people that have a couple of like tens of thousands of subscribers that are subscribed to me. If you stumble across this video, listen to me, because it's quite important. Enable the two-step process on everything. Even though, as we just talked about, it's not exactly perfect, it's still better than nothing. The next thing that you should do is contact your service provider, whether no matter where you are, and work out a system where they have to be called from you or something. Like, they have to have they have to step up their means of proof, because it literally is getting to the point of ridiculousness. So you have to contact your service provider, let them know that this is you. Unless you hear this voice or unless you recognize this person in some way, I don't know how you do it exactly, so I'm sorry about that. But just in theory, you have to get in contact with them, let them know that unless you get a call from this person, me, this address or whatever, this password that I can physically give you and tell you, don't give out a new SIM card, don't give out my details, don't give out anything. Again, it doesn't solve it. It still leaves the door open to kind of people that can, like, if I wanted to go and say hack Jimmy Bob 72's profile, I could also do the same thing and kind of just say, hey, this is me, Jimmy Bob 72. Don't accept any other recommendations or requests or whatever the word is. This is me, I'm Jimmy Bob 72. Thank you, goodbye. And then that'd be it. It's not foolproof. There's never going to be a foolproof way as far as I can see. There's some very good measures that you can take. Step one is activating two-step verification on all the sites that you use. But yeah, absolutely, just do it. Make sure it happens, because I am a teeny tiny fish in this big pond of YouTube, and yet even I'm kind of you know what? I've been hacked. My origin was hacked earlier on this year. I lost control of it for a day or so to a Russian hacker. He gave away my account. The username was changed. The email address was changed. The address in the actual origin client was changed to Russian. There was that Steam hack that happened where you could see into people's personal not hack. It wasn't a hack. It was a caching issue on Steam's end. But still, that kind of weird stuff can go down where possibly people could get your personal information. Just do it. Just make it happen. Don't put yourself at risk. If you have any kind of interest in your personal information being secure, just make sure you double check everything. I would recommend go so far as, in the light of everything that's happening so recently, change your passwords. I did it myself not too long ago. I used to use a fairly similar password for all my websites. I changed it up. I use a different password on every website. I make sure that they're pretty hard to guess, or that they're not actual words, they're not actual real number combinations and stuff like that. So yeah, so basically that's it. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. Sort your stuff out. Thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.